ago, a simple yet profoundly meaningful confession from Jungkook left Jimin speechless, moved, and even struggling to hide his emotions. How could a single sentence shake the heart of an artist accustomed to standing on grand stages, facing the glare of thousands of cameras, and concealing his vulnerabilities? This very question arose the moment it happened, a moment now in the spotlight for revealing the deepest layers of the emotional bond between two figures who have long walked side by side. Jungkook's statement, firm yet tender, was not a mere spontaneous remark. He affirmed that he never left Jimin, even during the most difficult phases they had ever endured together. For fans and relationship psychology observers alike, this statement cannot be taken lightly. Behind that short sentence lies a long history of collaboration, the pressures of the entertainment industry, and the emotional solidarity built over years. The appeal of this moment lies precisely in its honesty that transcends formality. In the context of global celebrity life, such declarations are rarely spoken aloud. Usually, words of loyalty are implied through professional work or stage performances. Yet this time, Jungkook chose to assert it explicitly. The statement also underscored the depth of responsibility and care he holds for Jimin. Why does this moment feel so dramatic? The answer lies in the human vulnerability rarely shown in public spaces. Jimin, known for his dedication, often bears the emotional weight behind his glittering career. Jungkook's explicit support not only reaffirmed his role as a group mate, but also as a loyal friend who stands by through joy and hardship. This is what made Jimin's emotional reaction seem so genuine. He was not performing on stage, but responding to a confession that truly touched his soul. This phenomenon also caught the attention of academics, who highlight the dynamics of interpersonal relationships in high-intensity group work. The emotional bond displayed by Jimin and Jungkook reflects the concept of emotional solidarity, often discussed in social psychology. This solidarity is not merely about togetherness, but about real presence in the most fragile moments. Jungkook's words are concrete proof that personal relationships can surpass the boundaries of professionalism, strengthening group cohesion while providing essential psychological support. It is no surprise that the public responded to this moment with enthusiasm. Social media was flooded with comments emphasizing the importance of loyalty in human relationships. Many fans expressed their emotions, stating that Jungkook's confession represented the kind of support they had long felt through the group's music and performances. On the other hand, some observers noted the moment as a reminder that behind extraordinary popularity, artists remain human beings with genuine emotional needs. Yet the most striking part of this event was Jimin's response. His facial expressions, body language, and vocal tone reflected both astonishment and deep gratitude. He did not mask it with sweet words or exaggerated gestures. Instead, he allowed his raw emotions to speak. Such a response is rarely seen in public, and precisely because of that, this moment felt so authentic. The question then arises, why did Jungkook choose to utter these words at this moment? Some speculate that the statement was a form of reflection after enduring periods of immense pressure, both professionally and personally. By saying he never left Jimin, Jungkook seemed to reaffirm his commitment to the bond they have nurtured since the start of their careers. For both of them, these words are not mere rhetoric, but a declaration of loyalty that will continue to bind their journey. In the context of popular culture, moments like this carry an impact far greater than a private conversation. It becomes a symbol of presence during hardship, of loyalty that surpasses formal words, and of friendship that endures even under immense pressure. In an entertainment industry often marked by image-making and competition, Jungkook's confession stands as a reminder that humanity remains at the core of all relationships. Ultimately, 1 hour ago was not just a marker of time, but an emotional turning point that moved many. What transpired between Jimin and Jungkook proved that behind the spotlight lies a universal human story about loyalty, the courage to express feelings, and the strength of being there for someone we care about. This moment will be remembered not merely for their popularity, but for the profound message it carried, that no support is more valuable than steadfast presence, even in the most difficult moments. The loyalty revealed by Jungkook indeed opens a broader discussion, how the meaning of never leaving can be interpreted within the context of both professional and personal relationships. In relationship psychology, this statement represents secure attachment, a condition where one feels safe knowing that there is someone who will always provide support, both emotionally and practically. Jimin, hearing those words directly, undoubtedly felt an emotional legitimacy that is difficult to measure in words. In the global entertainment industry, which demands consistency, professionalism, and extraordinary mental endurance, the presence of an unwavering companion holds immeasurable value. Through his confession, Jungkook seemed to emphasize that internal group solidarity is far more important than external competition that often weighs heavily. This, too, gave symbolic meaning for fans. They saw the bond between the two members as proof that success is not built solely on individual effort, but also on the presence of those willing to stay through the hardest times. Taken further, this phenomenon can also be analyzed as a form of collective resilience. Resilience is not only defined as an individual's ability to withstand pressure, but also as a group's capacity to support each other so as not to collapse. Jungkook's confession shows that Jimin's resilience is not merely a result of personal effort, but also of the continuous support he receives. This is what made the moment 1 hour ago so significant. It was not merely a reminder of loyalty, but also a reaffirmation of how groups survive storms together. The emotional resonance of this moment was amplified by public reactions that seemed to affirm the meaning behind those words. Thousands of comments emerged, calling Jungkook a pillar of strength and Jimin a reflection of emotional honesty. Social media became not only a channel of expression, but also an arena where the values of loyalty, togetherness, and solidarity were re-emphasized. The fact that one sentence could spark global discussion proves the powerful symbolism born of the bond between these two individuals. Yet more importantly, this moment once again teaches a universal lesson. That true support is most profoundly felt not when everything runs smoothly, but precisely when difficulties arrive without compromise. Jungkook's statement that he never left Jimin becomes a reflection on the value of presence. Presence is not merely about being in the same place, but about giving a sense of security, affirming existence, and showing unconditional commitment. In the history of their careers, Jimin and Jungkook have gone through many phases, from the early days of struggle, periods of physical exhaustion, to the peak of success. Yet it is in the most fragile points that their presence for one another found its deepest meaning. The fact that this confession came from Jungkook and was sincerely received by Jimin reinforces the grand narrative of loyalty that transcends time, circumstance, and pressure.